They thought we were nothing but a flicker, a fragile spark destined to fade in the darkness of the galaxy. But sparks ignite fire, and when fire grows, it becomes a star. This is the story of how humanity, mocked, underestimated, nearly erased, rose in the face of extinction and burned brighter than 1,000 suns. Brace yourself. This is not just survival. This is our ascension. The galaxy had forgotten Earth. For centuries, humans were a backwater species, isolated, fractured, barely noticed by the great empires of the stars. To the alien hegemony, we were a spark, bright for a moment, then gone. A primitive flame against their eternal dominion. Until the war began, the hegemony swept across the Orion Arm, consuming worlds in waves of steel and plasma. Planets that resisted were crushed into dust. Civilizations that surrendered were shackled in silence. When they reached Earth's borders, their commanders laughed. A planet of children, a spark in the void. And they were right. We were a spark. But sparks have a way of spreading. The first strike fell on Helios Station, humanity's proudest outpost orbiting the red giant star Epsilon Eridani. 50,000 colonists, engineers, and dreamers obliterated in less than an hour. Survivors whispered of alien dreadnoughts blotting out the sun, ships larger than cities unleashing storms of fire. The galaxy barely noticed. Another small flame extinguished. But on Earth, something awoke. Not rage, not vengeance. Something older, something buried deep in our species. The will to endure. Humanity did not have fleets, not like the hegemony. Our ships were patchwork, cargo haulers with cannons welded on, mining rigs turned into war machines, fighters cobbled together from old space junk. But we had something else. We had imagination. We had defiance. We had the audacity to dream when logic demanded surrender. And so sparks gathered. On Mars, engineers built weapons the galaxy had never seen. On Titan, soldiers trained in gravity too cruel for alien bones. On Earth, entire cities volunteered, not for glory, but survival. The hegemony called us weak, but they had never fought a species that had learned to survive by standing against every storm nature hurled at them. The battle for Cinder Gate should have been humanity's end. 50 human ships against 1,000 alien war cruisers. By every metric, every calculation, every law of probability, Earth should have burned. Instead, something else happened. Our ships moved not like soldiers, but like predators. They bent, twisted, struck with precision the hegemony had never seen. A cargo vessel rammed through a destroyer, detonating its reactor. A scavenger ship released clouds of molten debris, tearing alien shields apart. The hegemony commander screamed, unable to comprehend. How do sparks burn like this? News traveled faster than light. Across enslaved worlds, whispers began. The humans fight. The humans burn. The spark has become a flame. And on those worlds, resistance stirred. Species long broken began to hope. Chains rattled. Slaves raised their heads for the first time in centuries. The hegemony had crushed countless rebellions before, but none had ever been led by creatures who turned desperation into invention and loss into fury. For every ship humanity lost, we built 3 more. For every world we abandoned, we set the stars aflame with traps and mines, leaving the hegemony bleeding in pursuit. The flame became a wildfire. It came at the Battle of Ashen Sky. The hegemony unleashed their greatest weapon, the Eclipse, a ship so vast it blotted out entire constellations. It carried the power to erase Earth in a single strike. Every admiral, every general, every strategist said the same: retreat. But humanity did not retreat. Instead, one ship remained. A single carrier, the Nova Dawn, commanded by a woman named Captain Ilara Vey. She had no fleet, no backup, nothing but a skeleton crew and a desperate idea. As the Eclipse charged its planet-killing cannon, Ilara spoke 3 words. Light it up. The Nova Dawn ignited its entire reactor core, not as a weapon, but as a beacon, feeding into a lattice of satellites scattered through the system. A chain reaction lit the void itself, transforming the darkness into a burning web of plasma fire. The eclipse was consumed. 1 billion tons of alien steel melted in seconds, raining molten shards across the void. And the galaxy saw it. A spark had burned brighter than a star. The hegemony reeled. Their fleets withdrew. Their worlds trembled. Their subjects whispered rebellion louder than ever. But humanity did not claim victory. Not yet. For we knew the war was not over. What we claimed was something greater. We claimed our place among the stars, not as a spark to be mocked, not as a flame to be extinguished, but as a fire eternal. Because humanity does not fade. We endure. We rise. We burn. And the galaxy will never again forget the light of Earth. If this story lit a spark in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe for more journeys across the stars where humanity proves again and again that even the smallest flame can ignite the universe. Share this video and let's remind the galaxy, we are not just survivors, we are the fire.